Product come with 18 days calendar SP, not taxed, came well packed, am hoping other parts for test.
The product was not taxed, arrived in just 24 days, posted by Hong Kong Post, came well packed and is working normally, recommend.
In my case came in 12 days, perfect, all perfect, motherboard beautiful, who want taken out, am available, nothing to report, caught the 24 cores 3.3 GHz and is superior to i9-9900KF.
New product, was well packed, not taxed, recommend the seller, congratulations, product working 100%. Not a bad fee, everything works without problems. I took it with E5 2678 V3, 17 days delivery 5 post, packing is good, the seller is one of the best on AliExpress, I take iron from him for the first time, seller poll recommend.
Arrive very fast, 14 days of purchase, well packed in perfect condition, recommend the seller. Hello, in appearance, you cannot say that this is a cheap fee. On the side wall there is a stylish backlight, I took for 8000 price and quality pleases. There are all the necessary parts, the board works perfectly, chipset maximum heated in games from 37% deg C to 45% deg C. I recommend putting there a small cooler to at least make it easier to pay, works with the Intel Xeon E5 2620 V3 amp, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1066G process DDR4 1866 MHz dual managed to reduce timings 1 to 12.25 CR 1T. Thank you very much for the seller, good shopping.
Everything came quickly, but Ishio did not start waiting for the Tolly Saber to write the following reviews, and so far 55555. Order received. Delivery fast in 15 days. The fee has not yet checked, but visually everything is at the highest level. I recommend the seller. Quickly and on time. The rest of the accessories will be collected. I will complement the review.
The seller super sociable, sent the fee the next day, reached Kursk in 11 days from China, very fast. The fee is super packed, as requested, to work until check, later as I check out the review, recommend everyone, I will order from this seller other components. Mother is super, after the modification of the BIO opens the unlock of the turbo at the processor E5 2678 V3, allows DDR3 CC to speed up, we managed to disperse PAMP Samsung in quad mode until 2133 MHz. Recommend for purchase, although it is recommended to immediately change 2 coolers on the VRM zone on the Nochua coolers, but we will wait so far.
It came in 16 days together with the processor in one box. Checked everything working, went without damage, description corresponds.
The fee came without damage. Ver. 11 BIOS from 5.2020. The BIOS chip is partially covered with a chipset radiator. The clothespin just will not get there. Short boards with SSD-M2 drives cannot be fixed. There is no seat. I'm paying attention. Ray stitched without problems. Unlocking turbo buster works. The radiator in the power scheme was replaced with a passive without fans. Sold immediately in the store HUANANZHI. For the processor 2678 V3 it is quite enough.
It came quickly, less than 2 weeks, packed well, but the box or mail is quite shabby. However, the map survived, thank you to the seller, all as in the description. I'll check the performance later when I collect everything. After receiving the parcel, I already thought that there was just a set of individual components. The box was very tight. I asked the seller to pack a better order, but Matty, the fee was just in the box. In general, the box is in trash, but the board seems to be whole and works properly.
The fee sent very quickly, but the nerves to me this order patted not a little, and it's not the fault of the seller, it's me as I recommend it was. Since the order was at the post in Pieter Oak to Customs, his special broker, and judging by the reviews I was very lucky. Be sure to check the accuracy of the data and specify the in, otherwise the week will shake for your parcel. The 5-post service itself works quickly, but the post of Russia Customs parcels are much nicer and without hammer.
Beautiful mother. The box is crumpled a little, but the mother is saved. Come projection, check and complement the review.
Asked to pack better, the seller did everything as it should. 4 layers of paprika. The processor was invested with the mother. The parcel went for more than a month. I have not checked on work yet. Seller recommend.
It came during and without delays. I recommend the seller. At the beginning ordered a processor that does not fit this motherboard, but the seller noticed this and before sending me about it wrote and waited for my reply. I reordered. The shipment was fast. The goods were served. Once again, I recommend the seller, as he does not just send the goods, but also checks the compatibility of the parts you selected. I haven't checked yet, but I think it'll be okay.
Delivery to Novosibirsk 18 days packing on photo. How to get snowman and a disc. I'll add a review.
The motherboard was sent quickly. The order came in a little more than a month, packed very well, but despite this box was crumpled, the motherboard is intact and not harmful. The seller answers quickly, goes to the meeting, indicated the price of $20, but the customs opened the package and I paid the customs duty. I order from this seller not for the first time and always good quality goods. Seller recommend. The motherboard visually looks good and high quality. This is a top Chinese board with great functionality, produced in April 2020 fresh. I'm waiting for the rest of the accessories and will collect the computer. Went to Ukraine exactly 1 month after Mies. The box is wrapped around once with a navel, but ampersand quick mail quit. It did not prevent it from warping in the middle of all the long sides. At first glance, everything is whole. The legs of the socket are not bent. Complete set on the photo. On the board is written version 1.1.
It came quickly. The seller ignored the request to sweat the pros and to the mother and leave it there. Packed Oklahoma. Everything seems to work. Started without dancing. In the complete set, an adapter for the crusher, thermal paste of unknown origin, a set of fasteners, drive disc and manual in Chinese English, but with pictures.
To run HUANANZHI do not test Chuvav, Dunch SCHVIDKO was delivered. The trophies of the box are crumpled. I'll be fine.
Delivery for 9 days in Moscow. All the top box was crumpled a little, but everything started from the half turn. The percent of the E52678V3 immediately bust from the box worked.
The order came a little more than 2 weeks. The track was tracked. The board fully corresponds to the description. Started without problems. E52678V3. Memory DDR3 1333 MHz 32GB remained from the old computer. Works in 4-channel. Unlock has not yet done. Packaging in the delivery process was slightly damaged, but not critical. The completeness is complete, as in the description. In general, while everyone is happy, thank you to the seller.
Well stocked, came to Yoshkar in 2 weeks. The gun board works in conjunction with 2678V3. The fee quickly came, and the percent hung. May holidays or something. I'll write off how I'm gonna.
Matt, the fee came to Omsk before the term that was listed in the delivery. Packed as well as everyone, jams of corners, but the goods did not suffer. Visually everything is done very cool. Check immediately, there is no possibility, as not all components came. The parcel was tracked all the way. The package will be on the photo, as all spare parts will come in a pile. I will collect and compliment the review. The processor is somewhere else on the way, although I ordered everything in 1 day.
The box was slightly crumpled during transportation, but the fee itself did not suffer.
I ordered this miracle. While I did not check, I'm waiting for the rest of the accessories. Everything came in 2 weeks, over quickly, so quickly I have not yet received the parcel from the sky.
The board received a little damage. The scroll on the ATX power connector, punch on the box was strong enough, need better packaging. I asked the seller, but he didn't. Fee working.
I ordered a processor, memory and a mother, but not a kit, but recruited myself. Arrived pretty quickly in 1 box. The mother of the last audit of the BIOS, the processor with stepping to a sales sample. Unlock did not do, but he already has a large heat dissipation, without cabinet valves inside the stove. Works all I could check, didn't only check NVMe support, since he hasn't arrived yet. Super, everything started without problems, though the parcel was long 64 days, but it's not the seller's fault, it's all about this coronavirus.
The goods came quite quickly. The seller sent the goods within 2 days, but there are small nuances. I was a little upset when I saw that the package itself is slightly damaged, but the benefit of the fee itself did not suffer. Inside everything turned out to be whole. In the socket itself, everything is also good. There are no bent contacts at working capacity so far that I did not check. I'm waiting for DDR4, as I will come to add a review. Well, I think that everything will work well. In principle, the store is reliable, I advise.
The motherboard is working. With it there was a processor. Everything works. There was a delay in the parcel, but not on the seller's fault. Their Singapore post failed. The seller answers all questions. Seller, thank you.
The box from the mainland fee is very crumpled. Working capacity has not yet checked. Mother of the class, beautiful, ale after an hour after drinking the goodie one small fan, yakcho zakriti krishkoyu com buffer, then do not feel, crokiu problem I am chuv and bug ready to this, nosnism of 82 fans with a good pitchitnik and mixed, the salesman is good, once 3 mothers and a processor ta asking for a little less than 100 rubles, the shield is not platiti mito, on the show, the salesman reviews and says, shoverto to the Pitanis, the delivery of JAL 25DNEV, SHCH to finish SHVIDKO for the situation, the box of the roll is Oshkojena, uncle.
The fee works. Since 2678 started without a bun. Delivery fast. Just over 2 weeks. Packing norms. Nothing hurt. Complete the thermo paste once to lubricate. To check it was enough.
Received in only 10 days and in very good condition. Not bad accessory, I recommend.
Mother looks cool, live better than in pictures. Delivery is fast enough, about a month operative, longer rides. The seller, at my request, packed well with an additional navel, although the box was a little crumpled, but the mother is whole. Came quickly, everything works, the month already as collected, in sleep goes away, the valves until they make noise, everything is fine.
Thank you very much for the motherboard, works perfectly. I recommend the store, arrived in 30 days.
Thank you very much, all came intact and safe, everything works, no complaints to the appearance.
Everything works. Asked the seller to pack in different parcels. Mother and Stone unfortunately ignored throwing everything in one box. Given the cost, it could be the cause of dope. Cost, combine the parcel with anything else. Check the jumpers of the disaster power before installing into the body, then it will be unrealistic. Who has Wi-Fi module in M2 and does not work? BT read finally the demonstration.
Of all the products you order from AliExpress was the last and first to arrive. The box was damaged by the journey, but the contents were in perfect condition.
Came long because of the pandemic. The parcel as if kicked, connected in a pair with 2678 V3 works. 4-channel also works. Nothing drove BIOS until stitched later supplement.
Motherboard start cannula without problems with 32 gigs of memory. Server ECC reg works stably. Packed well, reached in 12 days.
Excellent. Mother in Ukraine went by mail. Meast packed was weak, but everything cost. Estimated parcel at $20. In the kit there was a board itself, a drive with drivers, a manual, 2 SATA cables, mount for cooler, thermal paste and 3 years warranty. The most interesting, ordered 24/8.2020 and on the seal was written that the fee produced 8.2020 is obtained by the seller, sent the latest version of the board at that time. Respect to seller equals. I have a question. Why overpay waiters if you can buy the same fresh fee a little cheaper and still not overpay for shipping?
Sold hammer indicated the cost of 20 bachi, but the customs which opened the parcel had to pay an additional 15 baku. The fee is working, the salesman is in contact, you can safely order.
Great. Mother came whole, working for 100%, recommend. The main thing is everything works. Arrived right about 45 days for indoor on ampersando Certania. Pretty big, great workmanship and quality. Am using more or less a week, has no problem, working perfectly with E52695 V3K6 confidential 2 combs DDR4 memory 2400 MHz. OBS, taxed in $16500. Posted photo processor and memory. QM using this board.
Not 10 days to Spain, it works perfect. I use it with a 1660 Super.
To Kiev, the parcel went 12 days. The fee has not yet checked. Mother came very quickly, literally 10 to 13 days, until she checked, since everything else has not come. But the box is intact, and the mother herself is completely intact. Everything is in place and nothing is bent. Thank you, seller. Later I will add a review when I already collect everything. Everything is perfectly true. Scared that it takes so long to go, but it's okay.